Hello, everyone. It is 4 o'clock, and we're back for our second session of the day. We had a great session at noon today with Dylan Powley, the FC Edmonton goalkeeper, and we walked ourselves through the basics of goalkeeping. If you haven't seen it, it's on our Facebook feed. Adriana, how did you feel about what Dylan meant?
It was good. Remember we used to get taught how to catch a ball like this?
Yes.
That was a big takeaway for me. It was awesome. It was good.
Yeah, like what's such a coaching point? Like when I was a kid, we were all taught to do the W with our hand, and Dylan was like, well, if you think about that, your thumbs are taking all the pressure of a shot.
Yeah.
So now changing over to the triangle is the main coaching point, so there's a bit more strength in your catch. Second session of the day, we're pretty excited about. We're going to introduce him in a second here. His name is KONDEH MANSARAY. He is the head coach at St. Albert Impact. He's the brain and heart behind BTB Soccer Academy. Tons of young athletes and stars coming out of their program, and he's graciously volunteered a little bit of his time today to run a little session for you. So we'll welcome KONDEH onto the screen right now.
Awesome. Hey, KONDEH.
Hey, how are you guys?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
You're hiding out in the garage, hey?
Yeah, we're down here right now, just waiting.
That's awesome. Cool.
So for people that don't know your story, just tell us a little bit about you, like how you ended up in this place of running BTB and being in charge at St. Albert.
I think because I grew up in Halifax, Nova Scotia, moved there when I was 17 years old. I went to college. Summertime, I used to come back to Edmonton right now. I'll be at my auntie's house, and there'll be maybe 8, 9 kids in the house. Everyone just jump off their kids at my auntie's house for her to watch, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes I would just take them outside, just train them, play, just keep them active, and also keep myself in shape because I had a soccer season to go back to, right? So it just came from there, right? My fiance and I just started BTB. So she used to be a coach. She was the first assistant coach. She's my wife now. So I think 6 years ago, yeah, me and her, it was just me and her. We trained, and we have my best friend Pius that used to come with us. We're all trained together, 3 of us. We still have like 10 kids, 15, 20, 30 kids, up to 40 kids, right? We do every Wednesdays and Sundays at Queenie. Yeah, so that's how that started. And I started coaching as strikers. Right, so majority of the boys, like the 2004 boys, majority of them I started coaching them, and they just won nationals with Impact this past year at the Canadian Soccer. Yeah, now I'm at St. Albert. I got a job. My long-term mentor, Chris Padel. So he offered me a job there, so I accepted it. And now we're looking to build Impact to be hopefully one of the best clubs in Canada.
Amazing. And it all started just like from taking a ball around in the basement and in the backyard with 8 kids at your auntie's house. Like, it's incredible.
Yeah, that's how it started, yeah.
It's how all the good stories start, right?
Yeah.
What is it about the game that inspires you?
I think for me, like, grew up in Halifax. I grew up in a rough neighborhood, right? My brothers, like, my friends, like, it's a rough neighborhood, right? Like, a lot of people didn't turn out like that university, that pathway, right? So for me, I felt like I always wanted to be a professional soccer player since I was young. And my coaches always told me, like, oh, if you do something bad, if you do this, if you do that, you won't be able to go to university. You won't be able to play professional soccer. So I always had that thing in my mindset. I'm like, I always have to be good, for me to go for where I want to go for soccer. So I think that's what motivated me to even love the game even more and just focus my whole attention on soccer. My whole goal was to play professional soccer, right? So once I got into a car accident, I think when I was like 18, I got into a bad car accident that literally I was rehabbing for a long time. So after that, I decided to go to college. That's when I went to Grand Prairie, and Chris Padel was actually the one that first gave me my coaching job, because he was the executive director at Grand Prairie Soccer Association.
Mm-hmm.
So he got me to start coaching and reffing to make some money, right?
Yeah.
So I was reffing, coaching, and that's why I fell in love with the game. So when I came back to Edmonton, and that's when I started doing those sessions with those kids, right? And yeah, so once I started doing that, I fell in love with the sports. I fell in love with like helping kids. I think that's what motivated me more. Like I was still up all night studying, trying to make sure I understand everything in order for me to go to the next day to help the kids grow and get better. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's a good story.
And coming out of your program are some of like the best soccer athletes around right now? Like, tell us about someone you're really proud of.
For me, I'm very proud because I feel like the last 3-4 years, we probably have the best program in the whole Alberta. I feel personally, um, but I think we have the best program just not because of the coaches. We have the best program because of the kids. We have kids that love the game, right? That will train. If I say let's go train, if there's -30, they'll be there training. If I say let's train, if it's freezing 9 p.m., it's dark, they're there training. Until I say, oh, I forced them out of the field, that's the only time they leave the field. Right? I have kids that always text me, email, text me, Instagramming, all that stuff. Oh, Connie, let's go to the field. Let's go to the field. Right? Sometimes if
Yeah.
I can't go, I'll send. There's a guy named Mike. We call him B2B Mike. So if I can't go, Mike will go with them. Right? So we
Yeah.
have kids that are very passionate about the game, kids that want to improve, kids that want to
Yeah.
work hard. So I think that's why like the success is all based off of the kids, right? We're just coaches and we get credit. For me, I don't feel any responsibility for these kids. We just give them the platform and the opportunities for them to do well, right?
Awesome.
Um,
You're a good man.
thank you.
So
Yeah.
you're give us a little 5-minute session, and then we can chat, do some coaching points, and do another 5-minute session, do some coaching points, 5-minute session, do some coaching points, and see how it goes. Want to give it a try?
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna give the full
Awesome.
screen to you.
You're gonna
Okay,
go.
I'm gonna introduce you to the guy that's gonna be running the session. So introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Demercy Michel.
So what club do you play for? Don't be nervous,
Right
bro.
now, I play for Victoria Highlanders in BC. Yeah.
Yeah, so Demers is gonna run a little session for us. So the first session we're gonna do today is juggling. So we feel like every single soccer player should be able to have this skill to control the ball, and now you can do this skill in anywhere in your house, in your bathroom, in your bedroom, in your garage, in your driveway, in your backyard, anywhere you can do it. Right. So Demers is gonna show us. We're gonna start low, just keeping the ball below the knees. They're gonna go high, like medium, so like chest, stomach level, then high chest and head level, right? Then we're gonna get him to do some skills. Get out over to the mercy. Yeah, go ahead. Right, he's keeping those ankles tight. Focus on eyes on the ball. So right now that's a good level. This is elite ball control. So you can start with the mercy. So another way that would do this, say for like a beginner. So the mercy will put the ball, so you let it bounce once, and you kick it up, let it bounce, kick it up. So go. Yeah, let it bounce. Let it bounce. So if you're a beginner at juggling, you can do this. Let the ball bounce. Yeah, let the ball bounce. Touch it, let the ball bounce. Right? So anyone can do this, right? Eyes on the ball, ankles locked. Yeah, that's good. So now we're gonna go medium jogging, just getting the ball a little bit up to your stomach area. Again, this is something you can do anywhere in your house. Right now we're in our basement. Right, very focused, eyes on the ball. So now let it bounce, but make sure not to at your belly area when it bounce back up. Okay, ankles lock is like you're pushing the ball up, right? You're not just kicking it. You're pushing the ball up towards where you want the ball to go. Well done, well done. So now we're gonna do that like chest, head area. So now this is elite control. So if there's like a long ball from 30 yards out, we able to control it in the air and get it down. Let's go. It's a little bit difficult. It's a little bit difficult to do this in a tight space, but it's a challenge for him. I think he can do it. And that's good. That's good. So now let the ball bounce. So we're always trying to do one for maybe people that are like a little bit beginners that need to understand the basics. So we'll let the ball bounce once. So we'll kick it up, let it bounce, kick it up, just to get that ball control going, right? In the air. Right now you can let it bounce to mercy, but make sure you kick it up and let it bounce at a distance where you can control it again. There you go. That's good. So when you're jogging, you can always start like this before you start controlling. Maybe 2, 3, then you go to 5, then you go to 10. Just like I think everything's a process, right? You start small, then you look to get better every day at it. And that's good. So the last one we're gonna do is the thigh, right? So thigh control, like I feel like you should be able to control the ball all parts of your body, right? So when you're training, try to train controlling the ball in all parts of your body, because in a game, even if the ball is coming directly at you, at your chest or your thigh or your wherever stomach, you're comfortable saying, I can take this touch in the direction to get away from the defender, right, in tight spaces. So now we're going to do thigh, just keeping the ball up with your thigh. That's good. Well done, well done.
That's awesome.
You want to do some skill moves now? Some juggling skill moves. Let's challenge Deuce. See if Deuce can do skill moves, huh? This guy's a simple, fundamental play. I like it.
Hey, Konde, can you hear me?
Ooh.
Konde, can you hear me?
Yeah, that was good.
Hey, Konde.
Hey, how are you?
That's awesome. Let's go back to you for a bit, and let's put in some Tim as well.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, oh, see, we're back at this problem again where Konde can't hear Tim.
Okay.
But that's okay. That was awesome. Good juggling technique, for sure. And you're right. This is something that you can easily do at like anywhere in your home. And, you know, I encourage a lot of players to even start with like a small little ball, you know, because I feel like some little kids always try to go straight for the size 5 ball. And it's like they don't have the strength yet, right, for the size 5 ball, right? So it's like start with a little ball. No, there's no shame in starting with a little ball and then getting the strength and getting that rhythm, because eventually you find a rhythm into the juggling, right? So that was super cool. This guy can juggle. Like, what's his record, I wonder?
What's your record? 500, 600? Yeah, 500 or 600, I guess.
Oh my god, I can't even count that high. I feel like,
yeah, some kids are very good at that, right?
That's awesome. Okay, I'm just gonna hide here. What's the next skill that we're gonna do with Jim Mercy?
We're gonna do some ball mastery.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do some ball mastery.
Okay. Awesome. Sounds good. Okay, we'll leave it back to you, and then hopefully we can get Tim's sound working when we get back. Cool?
Okay.
See you soon. Hey.
So the next one we're gonna do some ball mastery. Again, this is simple things you can do at home. Um, Sometimes as soccer players, we're trying to make things complicated. But for me, the best soccer players in the world, they can take a simple touch. They can take a touch with different parts of the foot. They can manipulate the ball to do what they want the ball to do. Because I think a lot of times people, kids or players, they let the ball control them. Right. So we're gonna start with like simple toe taps just to get used to the ball. So yeah, toe taps. Let's see on his toes. Like we go quick, we go quick. Get those quick feet. Right, eyes on the ball, but he's also looking up. Right. Right now, can we go into inside touches now? Just trying to get the ball, touch the ball, all parts of the foot. So this is a move that Iniesta made famous. I don't know if you guys know Iniesta from Barcelona. He probably does this 1,000 times a day. So when he goes in the game, he does it 5 times. It's normal. Right. So yeah, very good, very good. So now we're gonna go inside out with the right foot. Inside out with the right foot. So then again, now you're using the outside of your foot, inside your foot to manipulate the ball. And now quick, 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 quick. Everything you're trying to do, start at a slow pace. Then as you get used to it, they start increasing that pace because the game is becoming quicker. So we need players that can play quick. Now the left foot, left foot. Well done. Outside in, outside in. That's good. Now both foot. Well done. Smooth, right? You can use this to get away from defenders, to create space. Now go to a ball roll. So now using the sole of our foot. So right now we're trying to use all different parts of our foot to master this ball. So this ball becomes our baby, right? And once I have my baby girl, I don't want anyone to touch my baby girl. Whether it's a practice or a game, my baby girl is mine. No one should touch her. So that should be your mentality when it comes to the ball. So now we're gonna touch out, then step over. So let's do the right foot. Yeah, both feet. Yeah. So trying to fool the defender, be deceptive. I think that's one of the biggest things in soccer, right? It doesn't matter what position you play. Trying to be deceptive with step overs, um, moving your bodies in a way where you fool the defender that thinking that you're going one way, that you go a different way. That's one of the key things soccer players have to try to understand. That was good. So now let's go around the world. I don't know if this is what it's called, but that's what I call it. Sometimes you guys get to know me. I create my own soccer terms. There might be a famous one there, but who knows?
After you finish this one.
And that's good. That's good. Well done. Well done, Ducey.
All right. Those are perfect like skills that we can all do at home.
Yes.
I was hoping that you could show them just for the people at home who maybe aren't at the same skill level as you guys, just to slow it down like one notch.
Okay.
You could go through even just that. Let's go backwards. Let's do that around the world one. So it's a slow pull back,
Yeah.
and it's a tap with the side, right?
Yes.
Can we just show it sort of in slow mo of how someone who's hardly played before but is bored in the basement wants to give this a try for the first time? Like, show us how you do it for the very first time.
Okay. It's a simple drag back with the sole, right? Then you're gonna use your inside foot to kick it to the other foot. Then you control it. So you do it again. So drag back, kick it to the other foot, control the other foot. Drag back with your right. Yep. Control your left. Drag back, kick, control your left. So now do slowly
Oh, there we go.
again. So the most important part, like I think kids will understand, the drag back the portion, but the low kick to transfer the ball to the other foot. I think that's the most important one.
That's the trick.
That's the trick, yeah.
Okay.
You're trying to get away from a defender quickly, right?
Yeah.
So that push is going to allow you to get the ball away from the defender's legs.
And this is like you're using this when defenders in front of you, and you do a quick pull back and a step to the side.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you should pull it back from the defender,
Yeah.
step to the other side, and explore that space that the defender left, right?
Yeah. So you're always looking for space.
Yeah.
Got it. And then when you did the other one, it was your foot was going over the top of the ball, and then you're tapping with the outside of your foot. The very first one you did.
Yeah. So this is the one. So you the knock it out and step over.
Yeah.
So yeah. So he's gonna do a little push out, step over, push out, step over, push out, step over. So you use the outside of your foot. You push the ball out. Step over, try to like get the defender to unbalance. Then you explore the space that the defender is leaving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So Konde, you want to turn the camera to you for 1 second?
Okay.
How often would you do these with like the players at your club? Like these moves?
Say with the younger kids, 9, 10, 11, 12, we try to do like 10, 15 minutes before every practice.
Okay.
With the 9-10s for sure, every single practice we spend 9-10s, we spend like 25 minutes because I run those sessions once a week for them.
Yeah.
And I've seen them practice also, because their coaches run the other one session per week.
Yeah.
So they try to do maybe 10, 15 minutes of warm up. Okay. Right. So we try to do 25 minutes with the 9-10. So this is like every practice.
Every practice.
The 11, 12. Some of those teams I coach and I do academy sessions for. We try to do 10, 15 minutes just before the practice start, just for them to get used to the ball and just because for me you can't become a good technical player or a good soccer player if you don't have the basic ball controlling skills, right?
Right.
If someone pass the ball to you, you have to be able to control it. Doesn't matter how they pass it to you, right?
So it doesn't matter like what environment we're in right now, given what's going on in the world. Like this is stuff that you're 10 or 15 or 25 minutes a day of sessions that everyone can still do.
Oh yes, you do this every day, 10, 15 minutes, you become your technical skills will just get better every day.
How much of an improvement do you see in players if they do this basics? Like this, I think that's the message that's coming across from all the experts, all the smart people like you, is the basics. If you do the basics well, the improvement goes like this. Do you see that same, like, can you give me an example of how you see a progression in a player if they just nail the basics?
I can give you 2 examples. One, like with the 2004 boys, I've been with them since like U10. So they were like 9, 10-year-olds. So for me, like this is what we used to do, maybe like an hour, right? We used to do this basic stuff for an hour when I first started coaching, and I see the progression now, where like 9, 10, 11 of those kids that were still, let's say 11 of those kids were still on the team. We can see like even on the team they're the best technical players, right? Because they're used to doing these things like maybe sometimes an hour, right? Yeah. The second example is something that's recent, the U9s, the U10s that I do academy sessions for.
Yeah.
The academy sessions, sometimes they might seem boring. Even sometimes I feel like it's boring, but for me, because I understand, I understand development is boring, right? Yeah. I don't care what anyone tells you, right? Development is boring. It's about repetition and doing the same things over and over again till it becomes like a habit.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's what we put the U9s and U10s at St. Albert. That's what we put them through this indoor season. So it was every 25 minutes repetition. And if I'm doing like passing exercises, dribbling, shooting, I'll do for like 2-3 weeks. Right. 2-3 weeks. Sometimes I'll do for a month. The same thing. Yeah. Just for them to get understanding. And towards the end of the season, for me and for everyone else, the coaches, we can see like a big improvement. Right. Because
you always need to be learning something new.
Yeah, so it's a big improvement. And the kids, even the last session of the season, I got the kids to run the session themselves.
Oh, man.
right? Like people probably thought I was crazy, right? Like, like I got them to run the session themselves. The ball mastery, like I got every single kid in that room to do one thing that they learned that this past season, right? And every single kid did something that I taught them.
Yeah.
But because like they remembered it because for 25 minutes every single session, we did those things, right?
Yes.
So maybe it might be 25 things, but every single kid in that room, they remember those stuff.
Oh,
Right? And they were able to do it all, right? So I think development is a lot. You can do it anywhere. It's simple, it's basic, but it's about repetition and getting comfortable with what you're doing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Could you show us, take 5 more minutes and show us one more skill, and then we'll sort of wrap it up?
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Welcome. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do some turns. So I made my coffee table. I think my wife is going to be a little bit mad. But, you know. So I made my coffee table as the wall. So what we're going to do Mercy to pass the ball to the thing. Then we're going to do inside turns. So the Mercy, you do it. I record. So the Mercy is going to pass it. He's going to do inside turn with your right foot. Right? So do it again. So slow motion now. So boom. So do it again. So hit the ball off the coffee table. As that ball go off the wall, right? So it's a pass, right? And there's a defender. There's a defender on your back, right?
Yeah.
If I'm the defender right now.
Yeah.
All right. So as that ball comes and I try to reach, and that's when DeMercy can turn me, and I take that space that I left open.
Right.
Right. So let's do it again.
Okay. Start again.
Right now we're doing with the right foot.
Yeah. Inside turn.
Yeah. So this is something I don't see a lot of kids do.
No, I don't see that either, actually.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of kids do this. This is a skill that, for me, I feel you become a special player. If you can learn this skill, you actually use it in a game situation.
I like that one because I often think of using outside of the foot to do an outside turn, like a flick outside.
Yeah. But a lot of the times when you see kids,
yeah,
you see them, if there's a player on the back, and I don't blame the kids, right? Because a lot of coaches, they will yell, pass it back, right?
Yeah.
Where for me, like I yell at some kids, I'm like, no, be special, right? Turn the play and go.
Okay, so what are you doing with DeMercy? Just pause for 1 second. What are you doing? So when you pass the ball, your foot that's planting, you're passing with your right and you're receiving with your right. What are you doing with your left? Because I'm assuming, like if you think about a basketball stance, you're sort of boxing out with your left foot almost.
Yes, yeah. That's exactly it, right? So you're basically protecting what you want to do. So can you see DeMercy? Let's switch. So if I'm DeMercy right now, I'm here. He's shielding me.
Yeah.
With this hand. You see his hand here?
Yes.
Right, so he's basically shielding me. And you're allowed to use your hands to soccer.
Yes.
That's not the myth out here in Canada. Oh, you can't use your hands, right? You're allowed to use your hands, right?
And he's wrapping his left leg around you, right?
Yeah, so his left leg and his left arm. To try to push me off so you can get that little bump advantage.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So you're allowed to, and most referees are not going to see that, right?
Right.
I know I'm probably not supposed to say that on camera, but yeah.
Okay,
So let's do it again. Slow motion.
Can you show it to us with like fully planting your left leg, putting out your left arm? So how you would do it if Konde was there? Ah, okay.
So this is a move DeMercy actually uses a lot, and he scores a lot of goals with this.
Yeah.
And even like provincial finals, 2-2 drop. He used that in the 18-yard box, and he got past the defender, and the defender kicked him. And we scored a PK to win the game, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So now let's try to do your left foot. It's very important to be able to do both. Everything you do, try to do left and right foot. All done. So body position is key, right? Stay low, arms out. Use your body to shield the ball.
And getting into like a good knee bend, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And it's funny, like it doesn't matter what the sport is. The body starting position is always the same. If you're guarding in basketball, you're playing defense in soccer, you're posting up in this situation, it's all the same posture, right? Knees bend on your toes, slight bend in the hips.
Yeah, the principles in every training, every sport, I think, or every team sports, I think they're very, very similar.
Yeah. Okay,
so now let's do some outside turns.
Okay, yeah, outside turns would be great. Can you, Konde, can you show his foot a little bit when he does that outside turn, just for kids at home? Yeah.
Okay.
How do you do the outside turn?
So you get the ball, pass it. So the most important thing for me is not about even the turn, is the body position.
Yeah.
So where are you gonna put the defender, for you to explore the space, whether to use your inside foot or your outside foot to turn, right?
Yeah.
So body position is low, knees are bent, right, arms are out. So let's do it again. So defenders are approaching, knees are bent, turn quick, and the turn has to be in an angle. The turn can't be straight. Cause if you're straight facing the ball, then so let's look at body position now. So if you're straight like this, so you're straight deuce. If you're straight like this, then it's hard for him to turn.
Yeah.
Right. But now if you angle his body in a way, now he create that angle. The defender can be here. So now I can't even see. So now he can turn.
Yeah.
Let's do it again. So if angle is ball like this, the defender is on this arm. Now I can turn and explore that space.
Yeah, you're pushing off with the other arm now.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's similar to basketball, right? I know basketball. For me, I'm a basketball fanatic.
Yeah.
LeBron James does that a lot. That's why, he gets easy buckets, right?
Yeah, totally.
Kawhi Leonard, those guys, right? They're very good at positioning themselves to turn defenders and attack the basket. Same thing with soccer.
Can we chat again for a sec?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really great. I think there's a really key message in there that a lot of people wouldn't get when it comes to, especially to soccer, is that body positioning, like you're talking about, and even how you made the comparison between LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard. Like, it's the same skill, right? If you can just build on that a tiny bit more, try to dumb it down as much as you can of just what it takes to create that body position when you're practicing at home.
Oh, sorry, you cut out.
Oh, we're talking about the body position.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you just break that down for us a little bit more? Like, how does that, when you're receiving the ball, what is that strong body position you're in? I think
body position, body orientation it's in two parts, right? Yeah. It's either when you're looking for space and where you're trying to go, right? So if you're trying to go forward and the ball is coming back from your center backs or fullback as an attacker center mids, I think being able to see the ball and also see where you're going is key. This is in space. When you try to receive the ball in tight, defender on your back, I think always trying to place the defender where you want to place them, right? I think as attackers, we can't let the defenders control us, right? So I think placing your body, it doesn't matter if you're a big guy, you're a skinny guy. I think everyone, if you have the proper body position, as a skinny guy, the worst people can do to you, they're going to foul you, right? If they can't get the ball, if you can put your body between the ball and the defender, the worst they can do to you is foul you.
Yeah.
Right. So I think understanding how to use our body it's a very, very important skill that a lot of people don't practice.
I really like what you said there about making the defender go where you want them to go.
Yeah.
That's huge, right? Like, you don't think about it, you just think about where am I going to receive the ball, but you're now thinking about where am I going to receive the ball and where am I going to make the guy or girl behind me go.
And there's two parts too, right? You can always put the defender where you want them to be, but sometimes it's tougher to do that, right? Another thing too, like for me, I always tell players, if the defender is giving you something, take it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So if some defenders say, oh, show it to the left, show the player to the left, take your left, dribble your left, and attack that space. Yeah. The next time they show it to you right, attack that right space. So now you become so hard to defend. Because if they want to take away because they say you're right-footed and you can't dribble your left, that's why it's so important to practice with both foot.
Right.
Because if I'm a coach, I know this guy can use his left foot, I'm going to force them to go to the left foot. Right. So I think taking what the defense gives you, it's another big point in any sports, right?
Yes, 100%. Yeah. Well, I really appreciate both of you guys giving your time today. Like, I know everyone has a lot of time right now, but we're all sort of figuring out this new world and what we do with it. So I really appreciate both of you being here and showing us those basic foot skills that we can all do at home. Is there one like sort of homework piece you can give the kids who are listening out there or watching out there? Like, what's one thing, if you were going to pick one thing out of today's session that everybody should work on at home and they can do for that 15 minutes, what would you say it is?
I think for me, because I know everyone juggles, everyone dribbles, everyone can dribble 3 cones. But I think the most important thing, like I was saying earlier, is the body position, right? The turning.
Yeah.
Right? Understanding how to position your body to turn where you want to go, right? Or say the defender is pressuring one way and the ball is coming, to take that space that the defender is leaving, right? So I think understanding how to play with our back towards the goal.
Okay.
Right.
So
that's something.
Play the ball off your basement wall, receive it, and turn.
Yeah.
Or
And you
try
can,
the outside of the foot. Try turning it with the inside of the foot.
yes, and there's more moves that you can go to YouTube.
Yeah.
There's the cross turn you can do. There's different turns you can do. But you can pass the ball to the wall, or in this case, I did a coffee table. Pass on the coffee table, comes back. They can do a turn, right? Yeah, you can YouTube it and just find different turns. You can find instructional videos that can show you how to do it. And I think that's the best thing that a lot of kids don't do, and people can add to their game.
Yeah,
I think that becomes even better for them.
Okay, so we'll put out a challenge then. We want to see the best turn that you've come up with.
Yeah,
and you'll score higher on our point system if you play it off a coffee table or you play it off the back of the couch or whatever the thing you think of.
Yeah,
and we're thinking here at Free Footy of how we can get some prizes to kids who like play along.
Yeah,
and hopefully we can have you back for another session, and we'll look at some of the best highlight videos of the kids and the crazy situations they've come up with the turn-in, and you can like give us some pointers, and maybe we'll progress on to the next session next time.
Oh no, thank you. Anytime. I'm always available.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Tim.